I knew you were a killer the day you arrived. Seems Britt found out too. Now they all see it. What sort of brother you really are.
I'm afraid you've got the wrong man. I was further along the wall at
Don't you stand there and fucking lie to me, boy. Somebody pushed that man off a 700-foot wall. You tried to lie about what you did to get here. But we both know you had blood on your hands. But now, you've killed one of your brothers. You'll lose your head for this, Tuttle. You'll be disgraced, dishonored, and burned till there's nothing left of you.
You won't execute me. With Mance Raider coming, the Night's Watch needs all the men it can get.
Honest men. Loyal men. Not brother killers. There's only one thing to be done with you now.
Hey, Frostfinger. I saw what Garrett did to Britt last night. I was there. My relief was late, so I stayed behind.
Yeah, he was there.
Then go on. What did you see, boy?
It wasn't Garrett's fault. We were on watch when Britt just attacked him. Garrett had no choice but to fight back.
There isn't a man at the wall wouldn't sell his own mother for the right price. You two are up to something. Some deal you worked out. Or he's defending you for...
Finn's just being a good brother. I think.
Can't watch a man die unjustly.
I decide what justice is. Garrett killed a man of the watch. There's a price to be paid for that. Let's go. I knew it was a mistake to make you a ranger.
Frostfinger. What's to be done with him? We're heading to Crusters.
You'll have to find someone else for your expedition. Your man here still has a lot to answer for. Now out of the way, Snow.
Give us a moment.
Then kiss him quick and be done with it.
Garrett. You told me you wouldn't get into it with Britt. What happened? I thought you were smarter than that, Garrett. I thought you were going to be by my side at Crusters.
I'm sorry I let you down, John. I didn't mean for it to come to this.
You gave me your word, Garrett. It can't have been easy. Facing the man who killed your family.
Aye.
Is there nothing to be done?
Aside from removing Tuttle's head from his shoulders? No.
But
you're about to go off and execute a nest full of traitors at Crusters. How is this any different?
Godspeed with you, Garrett. We're down a man, so keep your eyes open. Now let's move.
You can go begging to your gods all you want, boy. It's the axe has the final say.
Do you know how many men have stood before me with false tales of my dragons? Desperate men, hoping for wealth, protection. Liars, every one of them. And I expect you are no different. You don't want to see what I do to liars.
Then maybe you should get to know me better. I'm not like those other men.
You sure look like the rest of them. Covered in dirt.
Oh, shit.
Are you frightened? I thought you'd seen a dragon before. Your reaction says otherwise. Viserion.
He's much smaller than the other one.
Would you like to touch him? Go ahead. Unless you are afraid. Of course, a man who has really faced a dragon before may have reason to be afraid. Go on.
Not a good idea, sir.
Oh, fuck!
You're brave, at least.
I don't think he likes me.
You still have a hand, don't you? You claim you saw Drogon. Give me a reason to believe you. I told you I've heard this story before. I'm going to need more than that.
I have this.
Drogon. How did you get that? What have you done to him? If you've hurt him...
Hurt him?
He attacked us.
Drogon wouldn't strike without reason. You must have scared him. He is not some kind of thoughtless beast. He's only a child.
Oh, a child who can breathe fire on whoever he likes.
If we did, I'm sorry. It wasn't our intention. We weren't looking for a fight.
And neither was he.
Sure he wasn't.
Your tongue is dangerously sharp, sellsword. Why did you come here? You've been polite, accommodating. To what end? You want gold? A title? My undying gratitude?
My little brother was murdered in front of his family, and our youngest is still held against his will at our enemy's house.
What is it you expect me to do?
We need to hire an army.
An army?
If you could spare some of your sellswords.
Please,
I also came here looking for an army. But what I found were the cries of children and people suffering in chains while their masters profited from their misery. My sellswords will help me free the slaves of Meereen. That is their mission. Your need is not greater than theirs. These are people who have suffered for years without end.
We both want the same thing here. To liberate Meereen, to see you take the Iron Throne. That's what I want too.
If you really believe that, you'll understand why I cannot help you.
There must be something I can do to convince you.
As we speak, my men prepare to enter Meereen. What they are about to do is much bigger than you or I. Bigger than one family back in Westeros. So, unless you think you can storm Meereen and free all the slaves yourself, you have nothing more to offer me. Croft? You may leave.
That's
But
it.
Your Grace.
See them out.
Beskha knows the city better than anyone, Your Grace.
What the hell, Asher?
Is this true?
Yes. I lived in Meereen for a time. On the eastern side of the city. Fucking bastard.
So you wish to accompany them? You'd help the Second Sons? Guide them into Meereen?
I can't, Asher.
This could be our only chance.
Is that what you're saying?
You're really considering this?
We'll help you free the city. If you'll just consider what I've asked.
We can talk about that after the slaves have been released from their chains. I believe that's more than fair. You two will join Croft and his men. Get them into the city, help them liberate Meereen, and I will see that you are rewarded. But your uncle stays here. If I find you've lied or put my men in danger...
I understand.
Good. Croft will get you settled in. It's going to be a long night.
told you I didn't want to go back to Marine. What the hell was that?
What's the problem with you and Marine, anyway?
It doesn't matter now, does it?
Beskir.
Get your armor patched up in here. Extra bedrolls if you need them. Piss buckets in the corner where it's always fucking been.
Long time since we had a piss bucket.
I spent 2 years trying to get where I am now. Don't fuck this up for me, Asher. Nail! We got 2 more!
Curse this bloody leg! It's not your leg that's the problem, Roderick. You've got to be practical. You want to take Griff down next time? You want to stop lying in the mud and letting people walk all over you?
You're speaking to your lord, Sir Royland.
He can fight his own battles.
Next time I face Griff, it will be the last. I won't let him parade around my halls any longer.
I look forward to it, my lord. But you won't win a fair fight. You can't handle a sword like you used to. So find another advantage. Surprise your opponent. Do something unexpected.
Like what?
I'll show you. Come at me. Bring your opponent down to your level. When I attack you, drop down, avoid my blade, and swing at the back of my knees. Wait for me to attack.
Roderick!
Let's try it again.
Ha! Now that's how you do it.
I think you let me. Oh!
My lord, sorry to interrupt.
Elena?
She insisted on seeing you immediately.
Lady Elena, I hear we're to become sisters.
Talia. Roderick. Can I speak with you? Privately. You remember my little brother?
Quiver! Good gods, you've grown.
You could just call me Arthur now.
I hope you don't mind us coming unannounced. But something's happened. I didn't know what else to do. Maybe this was a bad idea.
I've missed you, Elena.
I've missed you too. Truth be told, you're the only one I can turn to. Lord Whitehill paid my father a visit at Rillwater Crossing. He told my father Griff had subdued you, and
that my sister would make a fine reward.
As if I'm some token to be handed around.
You mean?
He demanded I end our betrothal and marry his son, Griff, instead.
What?
Lud threatened my family. Told my father if he refused, we'd be slaughtered along with you.
Father acted the damn coward.
He agreed, Roderick. I am to marry Griff Whitehill. That arrogant, pig-eyed prick!
Elena, we're in this together. I won't let this happen.
I knew you'd help. But my father won't listen. I'm not gonna be the bone they throw that howling dog. I'm not gonna be some prize for him to rip open. We have to get rid of him. I can't think of any other way. My father won't see reason. Lord Whitehill's made up his mind.
You'd murder a man to prevent your marriage. I know Griffith's horrible, but to go that far...
You don't know what it's like, Roderick. You get to decide what you want to do and who you want to be. I'm expected to have my life decided for me.
You wouldn't have to do it yourself if you didn't want to. We have a way around that.
You brought your men.
I command Father's elite guard. These men are trained archers, swordsmen, experts in both ranged and close combat. They're yours, if you'll help us take down Griff.
The whole guard?
20 men. My father still thinks they're aboard a ship bound for the Reach. What do you have to lose, Roderick? Griff has been a nightmare for you and your house.
You can't have any reason to keep him around.
White'll still have my little brother. If I hurt Griff, there's no telling what they'll do to Ryan.
I understand your worry, Roderick. I don't want Ryan hurt any more than you do. I know this might sound mad, but it's the only way. Get rid of Griff, and you'll be free to use the guard however you like. You can finally take control of your house again. Please, promise me you'll do this. I love you, Roderick. I don't want Griff. I don't want any of this.
I'll do it, if it really is the only way.
I'm afraid it is. Thank you, Roderick.
I knew you'd come through for us. My men are yours to command.
Thank you, Quit. Arthur.
Could you give us a moment? You don't know how much this means to me. To us, I should say. Maybe when this is all over, we could play hide-and-seek in the Grove again. Pretend we're still children. Forget all that's happened these last few years.
I love you, Elena.
I love you too.
Can't believe it's another coronation already. Our kings just get younger and younger.
Tommen's not ready. He's too soft.
Maybe that was the imp's plan.
I wonder if Marjorie Tyrell will be there today.
You mean Queen Marjorie? She was married to Joffrey.
For all of 1
she'll
hour.
marry his brother too. Not to mention Cersei and Jaime. Shh. The Lannisters have spies everywhere.
What is it, Tom?
Remember that warning you'd heard from Roderick?
About Whitehill's contact. Did you find anything?
Only whispers. But your brother's right. Lord Whitehill. Lord Whitehill is sending a great deal of gold to someone here in King's Landing. He's definitely up to something.
I bet it's one of those Ironwood merchants. Lord Morgren and Lord Andros.
It's hard to say. Lord Whitehill is surprisingly secretive. They'll both be at the feast after Tommen's coronation today. Maybe you can learn something.
I can't go. Marjorie's... she's not exactly happy with me right now. I've been uninvited.
Couldn't Sarah help? Ask her to get you in. She'd do it, right? Don't handmaidens look out for each other?
I think I can convince her. I know things about her that she wouldn't want told.
Time to apply a little pressure then.
It's nearly time.
Just be careful, Lady Mira. King's Landing seems to have it in for you.